Shortening bolts. In this video we are going to cover how to shorten bolts, machine screws, and also threaded rods. The tools that I'm going to use are basic hand tools. A hacksaw, a file, wrenches, professional wire strippers, yeah you heard me, wire strippers, and a pedestal grinder. I am not going to be using a bandsaw, an abrasive cutoff wheel, or anything along those lines. Before we get started, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It's free and it'll help me out. Okay, let's get started right now. Okay, today's problem, I have bolts that are this long and I need to make them this long. How do I make this bolt this long? That's today's problem. Stay tuned. Okay, so I have my original bolt length here. So what I'm going to do is there's a couple tricks. I can just turn around, put this guy on here, drop my hacksaw down here, and start going forward. But sometimes it doesn't want to cut. What some guys will do is they'll find the place they want and then drag the teeth backwards. That's not always ideal. Another option is if you have that size, you can score with a file. Create a small flat here that your saw can track into. Okay, so let's double check here. This guy's my right size here. We're good. So I'm going to go through and cut this. Now, as I'm cutting, I'm not forcing going all the way through, because what happens is when this guy slips down, my hand's going to hit here sometimes. So we want to be careful. Other guys will turn around, and when they're doing small things, when they get close, they'll reach through and grab onto the bolt here, like this. I'm cutting with forceful strokes in the forward direction. Now, you hear the tone change from when I first started? I'm getting close, so now I'm going to ease up and take light cuts. Light cuts, light cuts, light cuts. And that guy just breaks off there like that. Nice clean cut. Now you say a bolt won't go on to the end of this. Sorry, a nut won't go on to the end of this bolt. Well, that's part two. Okay, so I have this giant burr here. A nut will not fit on. So what I'm going to do is when I grind this, I'm not going to grind this going in like this. I'm going to tilt this guy down onto an angle of about 45 degrees. And I'm going to go in this way so the burr actually gets pushed outward. And that's about it. A nut will fit on there, not a problem. Okay, so now you're probably saying, how does the nut and bolt fit together? As you can see, this is one that we ground down. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, so what happens now when I want to cut a threaded rod? If I put the threaded rod in the vise, I'll damage the threads on the threaded rod. I know what you're saying. Well, Ray, use soft jaws. That's a possibility too. You could use cardboard and a bunch of other things, right? But what works a little bit better is double nutting or jam nutting. So let's say I needed to use both parts that I was cutting. What I would do is I would just put the two nuts in, one adjustable on one end, another wrench on the other, tighten them up. Then I could hold that in the vise without damaging the actual threaded rod. Cut and do the same process of tapering the point, and you'll have two good threaded rods. Now what happens when I have to shorten up a screw that's like a 632, an 832, or a 1032? I'm going to use these pliers. They're wire strippers, good quality ones, made out of good tool steel. Okay, so in this case, this says 632, 832, or 1032. Well, I have a 632 screw. I can screw it into here. Do you see the hole that goes through the center there? And it's a shearing action. Okay, it is very important that the end you want to keep goes into the threaded portion this way, not through the back. The back part's the part that's garbage. Okay, so as the shearing action goes in, when you do the shearing action with the pliers, what happens is you'll actually damage a little bit of the threads. So as you unscrew here, what it does is repairs or pushes the burr back, which means you can screw this into another bolt. So we have this, and I need to shorten it, we'll say 1/4 inch here. You just press down firmly. Now be wearing safety glasses because this guy's going to pop out, okay? And then you just squeeze. Here's the end here. So now, when I pull this back, this is not going to want to unscrew. So I'm going to use my screwdriver here, and it's going to actually bend the burr backwards. There you go. That's all it took. See, the end's a little bit rough. So, but it will screw back in. So if I wanted to, take another cut. Now you don't need 2 hands to do this. I'm just doing this because of the video. Then you unscrew it again. And it's going to throw the burr, or remove the burr, and you're good to go. So the trick with these guys is, always put what you want to keep where the threads are. Anything in the back where the shearing action is, these guys here are garbage. Okay, one last piece of advice. The reason why I said you shouldn't use a bandsaw is because a bandsaw is made for cutting softer material, and some of the bolts are hard. So you don't want to be cutting a hardened bolt with a bandsaw. It'll damage the blade. If you want to see other great videos, check out my YouTube channel, Shortening Math. And if you know another way of cutting bolts or shortening bolts up, leave them in the description. Share it with us. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free and it'll help me out. All you have to do is click on the icon on my face and I'll do the rest. Thanks for watching my video and have a great night.